kind of like the time when you can get away and just kind of get focused for the show, because, you know, like say we've been on the road and say I had a long flight, and a long cab ride, and along this and along that, catering and dinner and some in-store thing, and it's like, and it's funny because, you know, before gigs you always see the guitar players, the bass players warming up the dressing room and off the side of the stage. It's, you know, as a drummer, you really have to do the same thing. It's just fun to just really take 10 minutes. It's almost quiet time, really, to hang by yourself and, you know, just kind of go back in your mind over like the tools of your trade, which are basically your rudiments. Because, you know, the rudiments are actually the alphabet of what you're doing. Everything, you know, people ask, well, what did you do here, what did you do there? I say, everything I do is based on rudiments. And it's like speaking. If you don't know all your alphabet, you can't really form your words. It's the same thing as far as rudiments. Know all your rudiments, and your rudiments will certainly lend to your creativity, because after you focus on them for years and years and years, they become second nature, and it enables you to translate things from your brain to your hands. Because if you can think in your mind, you can play with your hands. You know, so, but it's important that you have the tools, because if you don't have the tools here, the musicality will always come from here, from your mind and from your heart. It has to come down, and it has to come out in your hands and your feet. So make sure you have the tools at hand. And that's why it's always very important to learn the tools of your trade, which would be your rudiments and reading and keeping the time, which a lot of people maybe don't focus on. And it's extremely important. And even to this day, I still, you know, spend a lot of time with the click track and working with rudiments and doing this and that and the other thing, which is still, sometimes you have to go back to your fundamentals that you learned when you were growing up. Maybe you forget or they fall by the wayside. It's just really good to go back and explore the things maybe you learned 15, 20, 30 years ago.